My name is Leanne.
My name's Orla.
And together we are...
How's your ma?
How's your ma? So I suppose we've been having conversations over the past while with guests, and we don't have a guest today.
No, just me and you.
But we do have some time to reflect on some of the conversations that we've had around those guests, some of the things that have come up for us and some of the things that have come up for them, some of the feedback that we've got. Because there's been quite a lot, hasn't there, Orla?
Yeah.
Who did you get most feedback around?
Asha's.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was it like?
Just people just couldn't get over how positive she was and was like, oh my God, like you think you have struggles and then you listen to Asha and Georgia and it's just how positive they are and their outlook on life. And
I had quite a lot of people come to me and they were saying, like, is that, I see Georgia at the school, is that the little one that you were talking about? And I was like, yeah, it is. She's very brave, isn't she? As a child, like, she's very brave.
Nothing phases her.
No, yeah, and of course then she has, like, the sibling relationships. But I've got a good bit of feedback around that. They, like, lots of people are texting me, that was a great podcast.
Yeah.
Just to hear the positivity and the struggle that the family has, and the fact that they're willing to overcome it time and time again, despite what's going on for them, the unity and the togetherness and the striving for what's best for everybody, I think, is what came across
and
several
the way
times.
Asha and Mikey, they can just get up every day and show up.
Yeah, showing up is hard though.
Yeah, but they do it. Like sometimes I do be like, and thank God, like my children don't have health issues, but you know yourself, some days you get up and you're like, oh, can't be dealing with today.
And they don't have that choice.
I know, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And they just do it and they show up like 110% all the time.
Yeah. Well, great on you. Like, there's definitely times across my life where I've had to show up. I didn't want to. And I struggled to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Or I struggled to get through the day, or some point during the day, something to come back to me or something to trigger me. And even just the changing of the day would impact on me. And I suppose the smallest thing at any given time can change how you think about things, how you are about things. I wonder what it's like for them. Like, they're a family where there's quite a lot of sick people, but quite a lot of positivity that show up every day. So I do wonder what it's like for them.
Yeah.
Wonder what it's like to not just paint on the smile and to just be witness for today. I want to tell everyone to go and fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely times I wanted to tell everybody to go and fuck my own kids, my ex-husband, boyfriends when I was little, everybody. I just wanted to say, fuck off and leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
And I probably had one of those weeks last week and the week before, even in work and the work that I do. I felt full of trauma. I felt full of everything that I had taken or onboarded, and there was kind of like an ambiguous loss of myself. I was present, but I wasn't really there. And I think that made me think a little bit differently about some of the guests that were on, because we have people that they form their opinions around these people's lives, and it's an hour of their life.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, well, I want to know more, or I want this and I want that. And like, you're not entitled to it.
No.
You're not entitled to full insight of
they
somebody's
just give
life.
What they want to give.
And witnessed for who they are.
Yeah.
And their stories lived and their stories told, which we always say. They are who they are. They don't have to lay themselves bare for people to look in.
They need to protect themselves as well.
And that's allowed.
Yeah.
That's allowed. I had a lot of feedback around Jackie. I still have people who ask about Katie and John, but I've had a lot of feedback around Jackie.
Jackie was amazing.
She was, and difficult.
Yeah.
Some people said that they found it really, really hard to listen to her story, and they wanted to listen to it. They wanted to listen to more.
My husband said that.
Did he?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He just couldn't believe it. Like, he listened to part 1 and he was kind of like, I don't know. And I was like, part 2, I'm telling you, part 2, because everything kind of comes together in part 2. And then when it was over, he rang me from work and he goes, I'm just finished Jackie's. And I was like, well, and he was like, I want to kill that bastard. And I was like, right, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And he was like, but oh my God, he was like, she's a tower of strength, and like, you know, she's a testament to herself as well, and to keep going. And yeah, he loved her. That was his favourite.
Yeah. And I had Mark come over. We had a birthday party for my eldest granddaughter in the house. And I had Mark come over, and he was like, I didn't want to come over until I finished part 2 with Jackie, so I could talk to you about her. And actually, when I think about it, a lot of the feedback that I've got from men who want to explore the female relationship, whether they want to do a self-exploratory piece for themselves, but they want to explore, or they want to understand. Yeah. They want to understand at a distance, and maybe not understand the relationship that they have right in front of them, but they definitely want to hear, see, feel, or believe something different about women. I think that comes with a maturity as well, but I've been surprised by how many men have come back to me, because I have some people that will text me like that morning straight away. Yeah. They're like, I listened to that. It's only out at 8 o'clock, and at like 9:15 I have a text message off them. They're like, I listened to that and this and that. I think that's really interesting. Yeah. That intrigues me. I'm a curious person as it is, but that intrigues me as to why. Then they might go home and not listen to their wife at all. Or their sister. Or their ma. Like, what makes her story any different? I've had some feedback around Mandy. So Mandy was the shamanic healer who we had on. She was on last week. And I had a lot of feedback. Like, a lot of people were curious about what it is that she does, and some people were like, there's absolutely no way, because she talked about that kind of soul retrieval piece. They were like, there's absolutely no way that I could do that. When she said she put her hand on her son's shoulder, and I was like, that's her story. Yeah. But what I heard her say was that she was a young girl who had a son who experienced quite a lot of trauma and worked to heal herself. And I think that Mandy is great, and that she should be really proud of herself. Then I've had people who went, that's amazing, I can't wait to get to the next session that she does. Where is it going to be on? So it really is just those kind of differences in thoughts and people, and where they're ready and what they're at for themselves. I am somebody who just dives into things head first.
I know.
And you're somebody who's not like me.
I'm real cautious. I was only saying to Leanne before we came here, I'm just, the older I'm getting, I'm just afraid of everything.
And I'm less afraid the older I get.
When I was younger, like, I went to Australia on my own at 22. Like, up, off, gone. Like, done wild things on my own. Now I'm like, since I had kids and since I experienced grief and all, I'm like, oh God, no, I have to keep myself safe for me kids. So I'm just afraid of everything. But I'm trying to not be afraid. And I'm trying to, like, mask it so me kids don't see I'm afraid, because I don't want my fears to go on to them. Yeah. So I'm like, no, do that. And like, we went to Florida for Christmas, and like, I'm terrified of roller coasters, because I'm like, no, that could come off the track and all the rest of it. But my daughter was like, are you getting on here? I said, yeah. And she held me to it, and I got on. Now, I was terrified, but I done it. And here I was, now, wasn't that great?
Yeah, on the
Hulk. But it wasn't. I was on the Hulk, yeah.
I wouldn't get on it.
I was on everything. We got on this new one. It's in Epic Stardust Racer. Oh my Jesus. My soul left me body. Oh, it left me body.
Did you catch it on the way back around?
No, I don't know where it went. But it was terrifying. Here it was. Now, wasn't that great? Yeah. Wasn't that brilliant? It wasn't. But they were like, we do it again. I was like, I have a bit of a headache, so I'll watch us. I'll hold the bags.
I hold the bags. I hold the bags. I don't want to be on them. They scare me. I don't want to be on them.
But I don't want to be afraid of anything. I want to do these things, you know. So I want to get better with not being afraid. So
can we do a parachute jump?
I don't know, Leanne. You can't just. I have to analyse everything.
I don't want to do a parachute jump. I was just saying that you just so you know, so you can say
I'd never do a bungee jump.
No,
because the rope would snap.
It wouldn't.
It would. It might look, it would.
wouldn't.
It would.
It wouldn't.
I'll try a parachute quicker than a bungee.
Did you see the bungee jump on TikTok? Did I send it to you the other day? The girl who they threw off the cliff.
And she hadn't got the rope attached to her. That'd be me. That'd be me.
It wouldn't. Your ma and dad look after you.
Yeah. What?
Take you to heaven.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. You'd be fucking flying. I
I'm
wouldn't
like,
do
man,
it either.
I told you I didn't want to see you. I have to go back to my kids. Don't cope without me. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
There is some things that I'm afraid of. I know you were saying to me earlier.
What are you
you're less
afraid of, Leanne?
Sometimes myself, Orla. Sometimes I'm afraid of myself.
I'm afraid of you, so I can understand that.
Oh, and fuck yourself.
I wouldn't get on the wrong side of Leanne. She just has that look.
I don't have the look.
You do. You have a bit of a resting bitch face look.
Okay, fair enough.
You do.
Sean calls it me Penny Hill face.
What's that mean?
He said when I was in the toilets in the Penny Hill, every time I come back, there's a long walkway.
Yeah, you have
he said, and every
real
time I walk,
face.
he's like, you come out with a face like
Yeah.
a cunt, Leanne.
Yeah.
He said, there she is, there's the Penny Hill face.
Yeah.
And even if I'm walking around the streets and I get me resting bitch face on, he's like, oh, you look like the Penny Hill. I'd be like, fucking neck.
Yeah, I agree with Sean.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So that's why you're afraid of yourself.
No, I'm not afraid of my face.
You should be.
I'm not afraid of my face. I'm after morphing into this. The fuck? No. Why the fuck would I be afraid? No, I'm not afraid of my face at all, Orla.
Now, see, your face is lovely like that when you're smiling and all, but when that smile
I'm a cunt.
is...
I have the face of a cunt. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no denying it.
Right.
I do have the face of a cunt. Yeah. I do smile a lot, though. Orla,
Sometimes.
don't set even fucking pauses. I do smile a lot.
Sometimes it's
somebody
not so...
added 3 minutes of silence in there while we all get our shit together.
Sometimes it doesn't be a smile, it does be like a snarl.
Oh.
Yeah, but you think you're smiling. But there's a
I
difference
appreciate your
when you
honesty.
smile, your eyes and all light up.
Thanks very much.
Like, look at you doing it now.
Yeah, no, that's a snarl.
No, it's not.
Don't get them mixed
I'm
up.
only messing. Jesus.
No, I do get what you say. I do have to remind myself to smile sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot, actually.
Oh dear.
I'd be like, smile here, Leanne.
Yeah.
Because people read your expression off your face.
Yeah.
And especially people who are hypervigilant or have been through a lot of trauma, they'll read your expression off your face and they'll read your body language before you even know whether you're coming or going.
And in the job you do, I suppose you have to have that friendliness.
And I choose
face.
not to be fake. I choose not to be fake. And to be honest, with the women that come through the door, I think I spent enough of mute with imposter syndrome and very much trying to fit in. But with imposter syndrome, so I would have kind of grown up, and I said this to you before, like not knowing whether you fit in to the world from some of the trauma that I experienced, but from being black and white. So what section or what sector you kind of fit into. There have been very few black people around when I was growing up, and then of course I have people who go, you're not black, you're just one of us, because I have the language and I have the culture and I have the common accent. I was at the Wolfe Tones the other night and I went up the stairs to go to the bathroom. I said, can I go up them stairs? Because it's a big queue downstairs. And
Common as muck.
And the little man must have been afraid of my face. So he was like,
I'd say so.
hang on, I'll give you a stamp. So you can come back down. So off up the stairs I went, and there was nobody in the queue up there. And I went in and I came down the stairs. He was waiting at the end of the stairs. He says, are you enjoying it? I says, I am, yeah. He says, and where are you from? I said, Dublin. And he looked at me. I said, Clondalkin. And he was like, oh, okay. But he just assumed. He assumed when he looked at me that I was foreign, and we'd have had that kind of assumption, and then I would have onboarded that as a bit of imposter syndrome because I didn't know where I fit into life. For quite a long time, I didn't know where I fit into life. Like, I would have had people who hurt me when I was growing up. So that, alongside not looking like you fit in and not feeling like you fit in, I think would have caused me kind of a lot of trauma. across my young life that I've had to spend thousands of pounds and lots of therapy and lots of other things to do to heal. So when I smile, or when I choose to be an active choice, I had to make an active choice years ago to choose to be this person, but I was choosing me. So I wasn't choosing loud Leanne so that everybody can hear she has a Dublin accent. And then therefore...
And did you feel you had to do that when you were younger?
I did, yeah. And my dad said the same.
Because you're like, I look different, so if people hear me with
they're
me
going to know
Dublin
that I'm not
accent, they'd
different.
be like,
They'd be like, she's Grant.
She's one of us.
Yeah, we would have experienced quite a lot of racism growing up as well, like from the school teachers.
Would you have been the only black family around where you lived growing up?
Yeah, I mean, like, both of my brothers aren't that dark, like, do you know what I mean? So my dad is dark. He's not even too dark, he's dark. You see me brothers in the photograph. My fucking kids are blonde, blue eyes. Bailey's blonde, blue eyes. My granddaughters have blonde, blue eyes. Like, do you know what I mean? So, like, you can definitely see the dilution across the generations of us in our family. But yeah, I would have felt that. My dad still talks about it, and it's a bit like small man syndrome. So it's like, how do you fit in? It's like a cultural syndrome. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, if they hear me accent, they'll know I'm okay. And I would experience more and more racism in Ireland as more and more people come into the country of different cultures. I experience more racism. Like, I would have been walking down the road maybe 2 summers ago with Sean, and some young fella just drove by on his bike and he just went, nigger, and I said, you little prick, I'll punch the fucking head off you. Hadn't got me resting bitch face on, I was clearly smiling, so he thought he could attack me.
He could pick on you, yeah.
He thought he could. I was like, I'll chase that cunt down the road now. And I was like, Leanne, he's a child, you can't be carrying on like that. But like, he was just so used to saying that. He was just so used to that happening in his family home. I think at that stage, on that day, if Sean was here, we'd say the same. He got more offended.
Sean did.
By that than I did, because Sean has a nephew who's black.
All right.
And I think that was his first time to experience it.
Yeah.
Directly. He was like, are you okay? But sure, I'd put up with it all my life. Of course I was okay. I was like... We had our windows smashed. I had teachers pick on me. Yeah, I had teachers pick on me. Names called.
Would you think the teachers picked on you just because you're a cheeky little bitch?
No, no. I don't know what'd make you think that.
I don't know.
No, I don't. Actually, I don't. My brother would have been called. My lighter brother would have been called a black bastard by the teacher. So I'd be fairly aware that it was definitely racism.
Great teachers, aren't they?
Great teachers, gone from the school. Me and my dad were only talking about this yesterday. He was over in the house yesterday morning. He comes up every Sunday. But then when I moved into my house, I think people didn't realise it was me who was moving in. So I was homeless. And then when I moved into the house, one of the neighbours came down and was like, the man for the council was an Indian man, real tall, and he was like, oh, I think foreigners are going to move in there. And
were you the foreigner that he was talking about?
But my dad had been down.
All right.
And he was like, I had said, Dad, I'm going to get this house, like I'm going to move into, it was social housing, I'm going to move into this house, I'm going to get this house. But I was in work. So my dad went down, he had been off work early, he was in the army, he came down, he kind of jumped to the back wall and he had a look, and your mum was like, oh, I think foreigners are going to move in there. And I was like, that's me dad he's talking about. Fucking in the Irish Army 42 years, like that's me dad that he's talking about. My dad is Irish. He's from Ballyferma. That must have been really hard for him.
Yeah.
You know, we'll get the opportunity to ask him, but that must have been really hard for him growing up as well, because he comes from a white family. He wasn't adopted.
I'd say that was tough for your dad.
Yeah.
Like, at least your 2 brothers.
Paul is of similar skin tone to me, maybe a little bit lighter, a little bit wilder.
But your dad his brothers are white.
My dad has a brother and a sister, and both of them are white. Yeah.
Yeah.
His dad died when he was really young. And we don't know the story behind it. It's not my story to tell, as we know. But yeah, that must have been really difficult. Now, do you know what I like when I have conversations with my dad and he can appreciate what his dad went through. He talks about his dad being an alcoholic, but but he can appreciate the experience, although he wasn't always very nice to him. He can appreciate the experience of being a white man with a black son. My dad was born Christmas Day 1959. Little Black
Day.
Jesus, that's him. Yeah. The Messiah himself in colour. But yeah, he must have, everybody must have had a heart. He would have been picked on. My dad's a great footballer, or was a great footballer. He wouldn't say that he's a great footballer now, but he was a great footballer and a great man. And I know I said this to you before, and I said it here on the podcast, like, to serve then in the Irish Army for as long as he did.
Tough as well.
I'd say that was immensely tough. And he's of great character. My character and my dad's character are very similar. Now, come here, I'll probably get the resting bitch face from my ma, so, like, it's not as if I don't have great traits from her. It's like, protect yourself at all costs. But yeah, he's of great character. He cares about people. My ma cares about people too, but he cares.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be talking about the lads in the army, and he'd be saying, oh, this happened for that person, so I covered for them, and they went home. Or he's a man full of stories, full to the brim of stories. There's never one. But you know what? And I think he'll appreciate me saying this. I can imagine him now with a tear in his eye. He's a man full of fight that doesn't belong to him, that was put upon him. And then I carried some of that we didn't need to, or we didn't have to, but we carried some of that naturally.
And to survive as well.
Yeah. You go into survival mode so many times in your life when you don't realise, and then when you start to operate out of there and
it's
normalise
exhausting.
what that's like, it's really hard, yeah. Yeah, but he talks a fight. Sean just come out and say, your dad's always talking about killing this person and killing that person. It's like, he's fucking fought his whole life. But he survived his whole life.
Yeah.
He really has. I think that's where I get that kind of fight from, or the will to, or want to be a better person for other people. Because I know I said here before, I was a pessimistic bastard at times in my life. And rightly so, because life wasn't very good to me. But then I chose to turn, I suppose, lots of that pain into being able to help other people.
And you really did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because I tell you, it takes a strong person, like, with just a glimpse of what you're saying when you were growing up. Like, some people would be just like, oh, here. Fuck
and we were talking earlier, so we were talking when we were in my house earlier. And I
never know what she's going to say when she says this, so I do be on tender hooks.
And I had said something to Orla, and she went, what? What do you mean? I was like, no, that happened to me growing up. And she was like, Leanne.
I was like, you can't just say that and then, like, move on with the conversation. This is big. And she was just like, oh, yeah. Like, it's just like you were saying, oh, so it's sunny out today. And I was like, wait, hang on.
Yeah. And that was about me being hurt as a small child, yeah. And I was saying to her, like, there's so many people who hide so many things and they don't have to.
But then again, not everybody wants to tell their story.
They don't have to.
Tell about the hurt and, you know, whether you're embarrassed about or whether you just want to forget about or, you know, not everybody wants to share, and that's okay.
But I believe that you're accountable to even heal from that yourself as much as you can, and not everybody has the ability to be able to do that. People will do it at different times across their life cycle, but you're accountable for holding on to the pain. If you know it's there and it causes you pain and it's inflicted upon other people around you, you're accountable to do as much of that work as you can. I went to an Al-Anon meeting.
What's that?
Alcohol Anonymous for family members.
Okay.
Last week. I know you never know what's going to come out of my mouth.
It's just wild.
But
Why did you go to that?
Do you know what, Orla? And it goes back to those kind of younger relationships that we were talking about. There was pieces in my life that I just hadn't healed from. So early last week, I took myself off to a meeting. I realised that somebody else's drinking in my life had impacted for a long time on my life and what it was going to look like and my healing and my recovery. And I was like, I can't let them own that anymore. I have to own it for myself.
Can I just ask, I think that's brilliant. I didn't know that there was meetings you could go to if you weren't the alcoholic or the drug user, that you were affected. That's
Yeah, there's loads of meetings. There's Al-Anon for kids. There's loads of meetings.
Okay.
And I only know this because I have a really good friend who's going through the
That's
steps
good
and the
to
programme
know, yeah.
himself at the moment. And as we talk about things, you have like deep and meaningful conversations. And as we talk about things, like it brings up stuff for me.
Because the
Not
person,
in a bad way, but in a way that I go, I didn't recover from that.
But for the person that's gone through the addiction, right, awful. But like, it's not just them, it's families as well. And I know now there is, but I thought because the families are just whatever, it's grand, get over it kind of thing, and try heal yourself, where it's all about the addict and, getting them better and but that's good. I like that.
Yeah. I think the meeting that I was at, the chair was lovely. The meeting wasn't the right meeting for me. Will I go to another meeting? The answer is yeah.
Okay.
I will go to another meeting.
And what does it involve, the meeting? So you just go and tell your story about how you were affected by somebody that was...
Yeah, and their story's welcome.
And then, what kind of advice would they give you? Or probably nothing, just listen to you?
They're not there to offer advice. They're not. I suppose within the fellowship, the anonymity of it all is what keeps it. You get to tell other people if you want to tell other people, but you don't have the right to tell anybody about anybody else's story, and mind your own business is one of those things that they say. It was written on a card, and it was one of those things that just kept popping out at me and popping out at me and popping out, because I love stories. I love storytelling. I love hearing stories. I'm bet into them, absolutely curious and inquisitive when it comes to all of that stuff. But as I've been talking to my friend, I've realised how unhealed I am from that piece of my life. When that person left my life, I got really sick, like really, really, really sick after that. I was like, was I addicted to the chaos? And I'm only reflecting back on some of that now, because when we talk about Asha and Mikey, and you talk about just getting up in the morning, just pushing through. Yeah. I know we talked about Bessel van der Kolk before, and the body keeps the score, and adverse childhood experiences where you hold trauma and pain in your body. I just thought that I was over it. And now as we come to the end of a different cycle of my life, I realise I'm not.
You're not.
And I realise that I still have work to do. Even as somebody who was affected by somebody else's drinking. I didn't realise at the time that it affected me, or that I was codependent, or that the trauma of it affected me. And then I wonder, did I care that it affected me? Because...
Well, you're probably just used to...
But the wave, it flowed and ebbed. So the wave was, it happened, and then the arguments happened, and then we recovered, and then that cycle happened time and time again. Yeah. I'm lucky that I had recovery periods with that person. I had big recovery periods, but because the recovery periods were there and because they were so big, I didn't notice them as much. I didn't know that they pushed me into survival mode and that I wasn't getting a chance to recover from the experience that I was having. I didn't know that that's
because
where
that
I was
just
living.
your life.
And then when I got sick afterwards, then I just moved into the next thing, collapsing and fainting against walls and the whole shebang. So I just moved into the next thing, and I needed to recover from that. And I moved into the next cycle and the next cycle and the next cycle. And then I was like, I have to heal. So I got a letter in the post there a while ago. And when that letter landed, I really knew that I needed to heal. I really knew that I needed to heal. So I chose healing myself over anything, and that's why I went to the meeting. I just want to say to anybody, I was surprised at how nervous I was. There's me fear.
There you go. Yay!
I was surprised at how nervous I was, not because I was going to be vulnerable, because I don't mind being vulnerable.
Yeah. And did you talk at the meeting?
Yeah.
You have to talk?
You don't have to talk. You can pass if you want to pass. But I went to talk.
Okay.
So I needed to use my courage to talk.
Okay.
And I did. I did use my courage to talk. Because
I waited emotional.
I waited till the very end. And in the car on the way over, I was like constructing what I was going to say. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that. I fucking didn't say any of it.
Yeah, you can't
Oh,
rehearse
no.
them kind of
No,
conversations.
no,
Sure you
no,
can't. It just has
no.
to come natural.
And I arrived early and I had a lovely conversation with the chair before it happened, and some people who had been there for a long time came in and they shared their experiences, and some people who it was new and fresh that came in and they shared their experiences. But there was definitely a collective of sharing experience, and although I'm at a different stage or a different phase to the people who sat in the room, I was in the room with them. I was present. I was there. I heard their story. They heard my story. And we all have a journey to go on. Would I have liked to know more about those meetings? A bit like similar to yourself. Would I have liked to know more about those meetings a long time ago? The answer is yeah, but I don't know if I would have known that they were for me.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would have known that experience was for me, and I don't know until my friend brought me on the journey of friendship that we're on together. I don't know until I heard some of those things did I actually stop and reflect and go, oh, because I worked with people who are alcoholics in the service over in Ballymun, and I was like, I felt like an imposter. I was like, I'm telling these people things, like you should do this, you should do that, and that impacts. And we're doing systemic therapy, like. And the more I think of it, I'm like, what the fuck did I say to those people? Now, don't get me wrong, like some people it perturbed their lives, some people it changed their lives, and other people I fucking don't know because I actually hadn't done the work. And I do want to be one of those people who does the work before I go fucking shouting from the cliff edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, yeah, no, go lean into it. But I was surprised at how nervous I was in the build up to it. Because I was like, there's one coming up mid-July, I'll go to that. Mid-July? Like, what the fuck? Why would I not just go? It was fear. Fear.
And where did you hear about these meetings?
They're on the internet.
Right.
When my friend had sent me a list, I was like, oh, is there anything for the people who are addicted to chaos? And he was like, yeah. Downloadable, there you go. I was like, oh fuck, there is. But it was I have to say, a real slap of reality.
Right.
I had a real slap of reality over the past few weeks. But like, it's a chain reaction. I know for sure that it was the letter coming through the door, the where I was at with my feelings, endings and beginnings and all of that. I know that for sure, that the reason I went was for the right reasons.
Yeah. And I said to you today, you look a lot calmer, lighter.
Yeah.
And you feel it as well, don't you?
I do feel lighter, yeah.
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 Which
definitely.
is always good.
Yeah.
We'll take all
now,
that.
I can't put all my lightness down to that one meeting.
No, I know.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But yeah, yeah. So yeah, will I go back? Yeah. Would I say to anybody who's struggling, family member who is an addiction or was an addiction, would I say to them to go? I'd say go and try it.
I'm going to go and find one of them and give it a go. I mean, what harm is it?
Yeah.
If you don't like, if it's not for you, grand.
And you'll only know if it's for you when you sit in the room.
Yeah.
You won't know otherwise what the story is. But yeah, I think facing your fears is what recovery looks like.
And I'm afraid of everything, as we've discovered.
Several times every week we discover this.
Fuck off.
But yeah, choose and want to continue to be a braver person.
Yeah.
I think they're the bravest type of people who face their vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
They are the bravest type of people who move out of survival mode and into their full flow as human beings and everything that they are over time. I think they're the bravest people, and they don't always get enough credit. We're having a conversation about some medicines and ayahuasca and that the other day over in the nail place. One of the girls goes, like, my sister-in-law done that and she was never the same person again. And she was just another customer. She was like, she was never the same person again. And I was like, what do you mean? She was never the same person again. She was like, she gave up work and she done this and she done that. I was like, but what is she like now? And she was like, it's just like is like a hippie and she loves herself and she does all the things that she likes. And I was like, then that's who she is. She was never herself. Yeah, if that's who she is, and she can live and she can manage and she can survive on that, that's all she needs to be.
Yeah.
That's what suits her. We put expectations on people all of the time. That meeting and that imposter syndrome and that cultural piece and that racism, all of those impact who you are and how you are as a person. And I've just spent a lot of time reflecting over the past few weeks. Maybe as I fit into boxes and move out of other boxes, and maybe as I flow like a river, it's just like a different part of my journey. But I've definitely been in a really, really reflective space, looking at what the future could potentially look like and what opening it up looks like.
You go, girl.
100%. Choose yourself.
Choose you.
Yeah.
I choose me.
Yeah. I'll be a better person for everybody.
Yeah.
You'll be a better person for everybody. I think you'll find the meeting really interesting. Don't be betting to people's stories now.
Well, I know. Imagine
come here, tell us. You can't host your own meeting after. You have to let people go home, Orla. You can't do like a subsidy meeting afterwards.
I get very invested, don't I?
You do get very invested. But yeah, try it.
No,
I'd like to hear what you have to say.
I am definitely going to look it up and see if there's one near me.
There is one near you. I'll send you on the list.
There?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. If you want me to go with you, I'll go with you. And if you don't want me to go with you, I won't.
No, I think I can do it myself.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. No, see, that wouldn't bother me. I can walk into any room and know that doesn't bother me. Anything like that doesn't bother me. I don't know what I'm afraid of. I'm not afraid of, like, meeting people or talking to people. Like, I'm not afraid of that. I'm afraid of big things that can harm me, if you get me. Like the roller coaster. And driving. Fucking terrified of driving, that someone's going to crash into me.
Yeah, but it's because you drive shite, Orla.
I'm a brilliant driver, Leanne.
You're not, Orla.
Oh, I am, Leanne.
You're not.
Driving Miss Daisy, I'd be like, go round me. Go on.
Yeah, and that's what causes road traffic accidents.
I stick to the speed limit just because you're a getaway driver. Doesn't mean we all are.
You don't have to drive like me, but you could drive better than you do drive.
I'm a beautiful driver.
Look, if it makes you happy and keeps you safe, that's all that matters.
Stick to the speed limit.
It takes you an hour longer than everyone else to get there.
But I get there, arrive alive, alive.
I arrive alive too.
Yeah, with whiplash.
Nobody to claim off. Yeah. Everybody gets whiplash in my car. My dad's be like, Jesus Christ, you're going over those ramps.
Yeah.
Or through them.
Yeah.
Look, I wanted to be a getaway driver when I was a kid, but sure, there's still the opportunity lies ahead as we talk about potential. What potential looks like if ever there's a bank that needs to be hit.
Maybe I'll get the fare to rob the bank and you can be the getaway driver.
There you go.
I'll face me fare and
rob a bank. Yeah.
People rob banks anymore. Banks don't even have fucking money in them anymore.
I know.
So no, we're not robbing a bank.
Credit union.
Yeah.
Because the post office is
or
so
a nail shop. A nail shop.
No, let's stop. Allegedly.
They only take
cash. Everything on
They only take cash.
We're not robbing anywhere. We're only messing. Nowhere is getting robbed.
You'll never catch us with Leanne driving.
Yeah. Probably teach the guards how to drive.
Wouldn't be hard.
It's dangerous on the roads now anyway, though,
you're taking your life into your own hands.
Yeah. The young fellas on the scooters, or young ones on the scooters, no helmets. I am afraid that I would kill somebody.
Yeah.
And
it wouldn't be your fault.
Yeah.
But I know, because the hood's up, they're not looking left and right, they're just going, and whoever in the car has to be watching them all the time. They don't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's certainly a fear there. So I drive slow through the estates.
Fair play to you.
And then on the motorway,
bang on.
on the motorway, I'm like a mad woman.
Yeah, like a bat out of hell.
Yeah. Fuck it, why not?
YOLO.
Somebody's looking after me somewhere. Nanny and Granda have me. As far as I know, they have me. So
They do. They have you back.
yeah. They'll take me when it's time.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'll keep driving like a mad woman.
You do you, boo.
Yeah, 100%. Anything else you want to talk about while we're here for the next few minutes? No.
You?
I have loads of stuff that I can talk about, Orla, but people say that you don't talk enough.
I like to save me voice.
Fuck off. Go on.
Sweat is pumping out of me, Leanne.
Menopause.
No, it's just 27 degrees
Oh,
outside.
yeah, but the air conditioning's on.
And a little hint of the menopause as well.
Orla, was that Take That?
I was just about to say that was at Take That Saturday. It was amazing. Out of this world.
What was different about that concert? I was a Robbie fan.
I was a Robbie fan as well.
I would feel like I was betraying Robbie now if I went to Take That.
No, but they're friends again.
I don't care.
Ah, no. Well,
sided
Robbie
with
wouldn't
him.
like you saying that now about the bias.
I'll fucking phone him
So
and
I
ask him.
seen Robbie, I think, about 2 or 3 times. Brilliant. I seen Gary Barlow on his own
I wouldn't.
once. Oh, Leanne.
No.
I swear.
Well, you don't like Florence and the Machine?
No.
Go on.
Gary Barlow was amazing. Seen him in the board. Gosh, is that what you say? Board gosh or board gas?
He was amazing in the board. Gosh.
Yeah. Oh, Leanne, I swear to God, one of the best concerts I was ever at.
Really?
Yeah. Surprising because he's such a boring man. That was
Allegedly.
absolutely fantastic. That's my impression of him
Well
on the X
done.
Factor. But I went, that was the first time I ever seen Take That, and it was only the 3 of them. But it was the circus show.
Yeah.
So it was like a big elephant on the stage and then like a big hot air balloon, and they were all kind of dressed as clowns, and it was just visually.
Yeah, I seen some of the TikToks on it.
But it was brilliant, and they just never stopped. They sang everything, like, and barely had a breath, and they were on to the next song. They were brilliant.
We were going into, I keep saying the Point because that's how old I am.
Yeah, the Point
The
Depot.
Tree Arena. What's it called? What's it fucking called now? I
Point
don't know.
Depot.
We were going in there anyway on the Luas the other day.
Who are you going to see?
The Wolfe Tones.
Girl of you.
No, they're great. We were going in to see the Wolfe Tones, and somebody says, Take That as playing tonight. No, it was rammed. It was like, so when the lads were getting on at Abbey Street, a lot of people got on at Abbey Street. They must have been in the pubs and towns, and they were doing like the Norwegian World Cup row. Heave!
Yeah.
Heave. As they were getting onto the Luas, and we were bet onto it. It was like a Chinese train. We were fucking bet onto it. It was great crack. Everybody was singing and dancing and the whole shebang. But I'm going to have to lose my train of thought then, because I'm still thinking of the Heave thing. I saw a great TikTok on it.
On the Wolfe Tones?
No, not on the Wolfe Tones, on the Norwegian Football Club. That's where my head goes.
They won
That's
last
simple.
night, Norway.
They did,
Do
yeah.
you know who I'm fascinated with? Your man off Norway.
Blonde.
Yeah, Haaland. And all my TikToks is now is just him. I love him.
It's your algorithm you're creating that.
He's a
yourself.
Viking. Do you know who I'm on about?
All the
blondie
Norwegians
fella.
are they not?
He's about 6'5".
Yeah, blonde, long hair.
Love him.
Yeah.
And he scored the 2 goals last night, and here I was to Ed say, I told you my fella wouldn't let me down. I told you.
Sorry, I have my train of thought back
All right,
now.
we're back.
You said this to me in the car on the way up as well. You're like, Anya came home, did you?
Yeah.
That's... Yeah,
Leanne's back in the room.
Thanks very much. But anyway, one of the lads goes, Take That as playing as well tonight.
Oh,
they
yeah.
sing Rule the World.
Yeah.
And then somebody just broke out into Feed the World. And I was like, they are
Feed the
two
World?
different
Make it a better
fucking...
place?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. 2 completely different songs, but it was absolutely wild. The Luas is also one of those things that, depending on the time of day that you get on, it can be fairly dangerous. There was 2 women attacked on the Luas that I was on.
Jared on Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
And it was full, it was rammed, it was full. Now there was hundreds of other women that were on it that weren't attacked, and it was just one man who decided to attack 2 punch women who were in front of them who were singing and dancing.
It's awful.
And it just kind of makes you a little bit weary of like kind of getting the transport in and out, and like we're just going out for a good night.
Yeah.
I'd been at Lewis Capaldi, I'd been at Olivia Dean's concert season, like do you know what I mean? It's like, how do you stay safe in those places and in those times, and how are you protected?
We got the dart from Tara Street, me and Luas on Saturday, and we met in O'Connell Street. We were walking. Jesus, you see some sights on O'Connell Street, don't you?
Town's a different place.
Like it's wild. Like you have to be totally aware and watching constantly. I don't think I'll ever let my kids go into town.
Was it you that I was walking up through town with just after Christmas and somebody screamed in my face, go back to where you came from?
Oh, no.
No, it was Grace. It was Grace. We were going into the pub. We must have been at something and we were walking down the streets to go into the pub. And he just, randomly shouted, go back to where you came from. And I was like, fucking need you.
Arseholes, like.
Yeah. Go full circle in terms of like just where people think that they have the right to say or do, or just don't know what somebody is going through on a day-to-day basis. Or where we judge people. I haven't got the time for it. I don't want to do it. Haven't got the time for it. Don't believe in it. Doesn't mean I didn't believe in it in the past. But now, as an adult, no, people are who they are. Take them as they come. Yeah. Meet them where they're at.
If you like me, you like me. If you don't, it's none of my business. I haven't got the time to be worried whether you like me or not. Yeah. Like, I have enough going on in my life. Yeah. One.
Yeah. And all of those things, like, although we've touched on like so many subjects just in this one conversation today.
That's normally the way conversations go. Me and Leanne.
All of those things just come back to be yourself. Yeah. The self that you choose to be. The self that's less impacted by the world around it.
And just be kind. Just be nice. It's easy. It's so fucking easy. It's hard to be a bitch. Yeah. I know. I have been a bitch. And it's hard. It's exhausting. Where it's easier to just say to everyone, hey, you all right? Yeah. Rather than going out of your way to give somebody a look or to ignore them. And it's eating you. It's not eating them. It's draining you of your energy.
It's resentment.
Yeah. I was full of resentment.
Why?
For a long time, yeah. Yeah, I was real bitter.
Like, what were you like? What was bitter?
I just fucking hated everybody. And, like, you'd say to me, so-and-so's doing, yeah, well, I just, Yeah. Yeah, see, when my mum and dad and brother died, I just fucking hated the world. I was angry at the world. I was jealous of people who had the mum and dad. I was jealous of people who had a brother. And I was like, oh yeah, bully for fucking them. Do you know, like, I just hated everybody. Yeah. But I'm all right now.
Well,
I've less hate in me. I know, I just can't give me time to that. Like, that was a full-time job. Yeah. Like, you know, it was exhausting. Yeah. And now I'm just like, people live and let live, whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
They are who they are. Meet them where they're at. Yeah. Kindness. And that's why we started this. So people could tell their story. Yeah. And other people can resonate with it if they want. They can identify with parts of it if they want.
And if it's not for you, switch off.
Grand.
Listen to something else.
No, don't keep listening to this.
Well, keep listening to this. Like and share. Like and share.
But yeah, it's just acknowledging what people have been through, acknowledging what we've been through, and contributions that we can make to our own lives, or contributions that we can make to other people's lives. Just be who you are. Yeah. And help other people to be who they are. Yep. Their true self. I would hate to have to do so much masking, as you talked about earlier. I was just lost because there's been too many times in my life where I've had to do that. I've had to mask as a mammy that I was okay. I've had to mask as a daughter that was okay, as a sister. I'm not here for it anymore. I am who I am, and
I think the reason I masked a lot as well, like, my kids were only babies when I was going through my grief, so I had to mask that I was okay to me kids, and they'd go to bed, and then I'd do me crying, and then I'd get up and I'd be mammy again, and I'd bring them to school. I'd come home, I'd do me crying.
But didn't Katie talk about that when she was here as well? Like, it's not our role. We don't have to take that on board as women. Especially if you're part of a family. Like, do you know what I mean? No, we carry burdens that we don't bear.
But, like, do you really want your kids to see us struggling, crying, and they can't understand why you're crying? Like, Poppy was only 2. Riley was only 5. How are you to explain to them why you're sad all the time? My query back to you would be, how do you explain to them to have emotions if you've masked them for so long? Yeah. I suppose you don't know whether you're doing right or doing wrong. I thought I was doing the best at the time, and that was what was getting me through my day. And I'd have done anything just to get through the days, you know.
Because you feel pain from other people, don't you? You feel in their energy, you can feel their pain.
Yeah.
In their resting bitch face.
Yeah.
You can see their pain, their Penny Hill face. You can see struggle and you can feel pain, and I think children are really intuitive to that. So then they have what you call as a double bind. So I'm acting and behaving in one way, but I'm emotionally unavailable and psychologically unavailable in another way. So what you're actually teaching your kids is to read two sides of you together at the same time. Gregory Bateson coined that phrase, the double bind, years ago, and it's like it's harmful. Anybody who wants to look it up kind of should look it up. So it's like, as a mammy, when like if your kid is throwing a tantrum and you're saying, get up off the floor, I'm going to do this and this, but you're just trying to mammy them and care for them at the same time, and they have to read your behaviour, they have to read what's happening, they have to read the actions that you're taking. They get caught in a double bind. They're like, if I don't do this, this is going to happen, but she's saying this and this is going to happen, but I know. And you construct that around your children and how they are and how they grow up. So to be caught in that double bind means that two things is happening for you at the same time. We do that. We do that. And I think just people should probably be aware of that, or try to understand some of that. Been caught, like, that's a cultural thing that comes back up for me there, where despite the fact that I'm Irish, born in James's Hospital here in Dublin, but I was black and I felt like an imposter. I was in that double bind in society, so I felt like I didn't belong. Everybody belongs. Everybody belongs. There's nobody who's lost. We just need to help each other.
Be kind.
To be kind. To be guided. Yeah. I think that's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. Be open. Be open beyond your fears. Other people carry fears too.
We're trying.
Yeah, definitely. So my name is Leanne.
My name is Orla.
And together we are
How's Your Ma?